everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another anime review. I just watched Kemono, friends, and this is a very interesting anime. It's only 12 episodes long, it's woefully short, and it takes place in a place called Japari Park, where there are all these creatures called animal girls, and they are this way because of a substance called the sand star. And of course, there's a robot who acts as a guide. They call him Lucky-chan, or just Boss-chan. I don't know why they call him Boss-chan, but he's this kind of rabbit slash raccoon-like creature. So I call him a rabcoon. Half rabbit, half raccoon. And I learned quite a bit from this. It's actually educational in disguise, which is very intriguing, just like Dagashi Kashi was. And there's a character called Tsuchinoko. In Japanese folklore, I'm reading from the Wikipedia article because I didn't know this. I had no idea what a Tsuchinoko was, but it is literally translated to child of hammer or child of gravel. It's a snake-like being. The name Tsuchinoko is prevalent in western Japan, including Kansai and Shikoku. The creature is known as Bachi-hebi in northeastern Japan. Tsuchinoko are described as being between 30 and 80 centimeters in length, similar to that of a snake, but with a central girth that is much wider than its head or tail, and having fangs and venom similar to that of a viper. Some accounts also describe the Tsuchinoko as being able to jump a meter. I wonder if that's true. According to legend, some Tsuchinoko have the ability to speak and have a propensity for lying. They are said to have had a taste for alcohol. Well, that's interesting. Omoshiroi. Legend records that if something can swallow its own tail, it can roll like a wheel. It's similar to the hoop snake. It sounds like an Ouroboros, if you don't mind me saying. The Ouroboros is an alchemical symbol, and I always thought that was intriguing that they would include that, even though it's a mythical creature. But from the very beginning, we're introduced to all these different animal girls. Like we've got Serval and Finnick and Raccoon and the Penguin Girls. The Penguin Girls are idols, and then we have other creatures like otter and alpaca and two ibis or ibi. Would it be ibises? Ibises, sorry. That's the plural of ibis. We've got all kinds of animal girls, and it's very intriguing. And there are these strange beings known as ceruleans. And there's one in particular that attacked the island a long time ago. I'm not going to go too much into the actual plot of the anime, because it's, despite the fact that it might look like a very simplistic anime, it's really not. It's very, very in-depth and exciting and enlightening and educational, and I like a lot of the object lessons, especially with Koban-chan when she meets Serval, and all she wants to do is figure out who she is, and she doesn't know what she is at first. She thinks that she's an animal like the other girls. Otter wonders what she is. They're all amazed at her ability to think on her feet and be innovative and quick and resourceful and inventive, and she comes across as an intermediary when the girls start fighting or they have a problem. Yo, she'll solve it. Check out the beat while the DJ revolves. Sorry, I had to. Why did I do that? But as far as animes are concerned, the animation is CGI, and it's actually quite beautiful, and it's not jerky like you would think it would be. It's extremely well done. I love the music in the background. I love the Penguin Girls. My favorite... Well, I really love the cats, for one thing. The cats are always my favorite. But I adore the owls. Any kind of bird type I instantly fell in love with. I wish they could have done water types, because I would have probably been a little bit biased, being a being of water myself, but it's a very intriguing anime. It has kind of an apocalyptic vibe. I mean, I know it sounds kind of weird, but in essence, it is kind of an apocalyptic anime, but more lighthearted than you would think an apocalyptic anime would be. Uh, it's got a lot of good ethics and morals and values that you would find in a cartoon. And I'm wondering what the age range for this one was that they were doing marketing for, because usually they have a series that will focus on one group of people. Is very intriguing, and being a lover of animals, I instantly fell in love with it. I love the fact that they're anthropomorphized. I think that's fascinating. I've always enjoyed that. Of course, if you know me, if you know what type of person I am, then you know. As far as the furry fan base would definitely love this. I can consider myself furry. However, I am not what you call syrup. I am Diet Coke. I'm the type of person. I don't think I'll ever wear a fursuit. I don't think I want to go down that rabbit hole. Pardon the pun. But I like the aspect of it. I don't think I never had any kind of animal characters role playing, and no, I never went down that slippery slope. But yeah, I will admit being a furry, I like it. Like I said, I like anthropomorphized characters. I don't go down. I mean, they're just, when you go down the syrup avenue, it's ugh. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate their art. I appreciate the attention to detail and their cosplay, but it's just something I don't consider that I would ever be a part of. I think the animals are cute, and I love the art. The artwork is very impressive. These are very talented people, but Kemono, I think, would be something that furries would just love. And in aspects of anime in and of itself, it's very reminiscent of Hetalia or Saint Young Men. And honestly, I still want to see Saint Young Men, even though it's not been released for Western audiences yet. Japan, Karshia Japan, has the manga. And to be frank, I sincerely want to read it because it is one of those series that I'm extremely intrigued with. It's got Buddha and Jesus Christ as roommates, and I just thought that sounds so cool. And I want to, just because both aspects have really intrigued me. I read a lot of different texts, so anyway, I'm getting off track. The anime I'm gonna give 2 thumbs because I thought it was great. It's very lighthearted. It's full of action and adventure. The characters are extremely well developed. They all have their own personalities, and then you get to see them working together, which I really, really like. Despite the fact that they're all different, they work in unity with their diverse attributes. I thought, wow, we could really learn a lot from this. And what's very interesting, I should say, is they have little aspects, except for the very last episode, which contains no preview from our idol penguins. It just has this very stark shot of Boss, but they have little segments about the animals that they introduced in the weekly segment. Apparently, this was an anime that was aired weekly because it would say next week we are going to introduce red fox, silver fox, or we get to meet prairie dog this week. It's etc. etc. And I thought, oh, that's a nice way to introduce another new character. You get excited about the episode and you wonder what's going to happen next. Will Koban-chan ever discover where she's from and where she came from, what she is, and it's just all about discovery, the adventure of it, and that life is all about the journey and not the destination. And it couldn't have been more true in this particular anime. and you got different regions, and the different regions kind of reminded me of Zootopia. I thought, oh, we've got Arctic region, we've got the temperate forest, we've got the savanna or Sahara desert, we've got rainforest, coniferous forest. We've I don't think they had anything different. Well, they had a mountainous region, but that was still in the forest. Yeah, I thought it was extremely well done and stupendous, and just I don't know why it really reminded me of Fractured Dreams. I guess because Fractured Dreams has kind of a similar backdrop, and there being only one human left. But sorry, spoiler. But it plays like a harem anime. They're only girl characters. There are no males at all. So you think, how do they reproduce? I wonder. Don't know. Not gonna go down that aisle. Not gonna go down that pathway. Moving on. Next, but 4 stars. I should say 5 stars, hands down. There's no real lags or anything to that point, and like I said, I love the characters, and they're all very cute in their own way, and the costumes that they have, I think the cosplays would be absolutely incredible. Fennec is, I don't know why I really like Fennec foxes, but I like the bird types, don't get me wrong, but I've always loved Fennec foxes, and I would love to cosplay as her. She would be a great character to cosplay as. She comes across as the villainess along with Raccoon at the very beginning. I mean, we know that she doesn't have bad intentions. She just, due to Raccoon saying, oh, my safari hat was stolen, and she was just impulsive. She was going off half-cocked, and Fennec was being more rational about the whole scenario. It was just interesting to see the foils work against each other, but yet continue going on what was pretty much a wild goose chase. They get help from other friends to find Koban, but it's it was a lot of fun, and I love the dance sequence. It was very Hatsune Miku or Komugi-chan. When Komugi-chan returns was so much like Hatsune Miku. It wasn't even funny. I think that's why they were doing it, just to kind of focus on that part of I like that. They include a lot of tropes that are so indigenous to Japan, and that's what makes it so wonderful, I believe. And if you're a fan, if you're a person like me who looks at things like this and thinks, oh, my furry side would be very much pleased, then you would probably be right. Hopefully I'm not going to be judged about revealing that about myself. And it's like I said, I'm not the type to go down the route of going that far. Although I am an otaku and I do cosplay, it's not my lifestyle. It's just a hobby for me. It's not something I don't eat and breathe and sleep anime or manga. Although I do love these things, and Gaien Chicken is one of the animes I relate to extremely much so, and to this day it remains a favorite of mine, and it will never change. But if you want to see real fans, watch Otaku no Video, because I don't compare to that in any way, shape, or any way, shape, or form. But still, this is an anime that's well worth looking into. It was just something I bought on a pure whim. Plus, I found some really good fan art from people at DeviantArt, and I wish I could draw. They do. Let's see if I could find stuff in my gallery. Okay. And it looks really good. Excuse me? I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. And that's a shot of the girls. Shoebill. She's glaring at us. I love the owls. I'm a big fan of raptors in real life. There's Ibis. She's one of the ibises. And Serval. Serval, I guess you could consider being the main character or mascot of the series. There's Fennec. Like I said, I would adore cosplaying as her. PPP. Oops. I don't know if I have any other shots. Shoebill cracks me up. And there's that's a fan character. It's Inari, and then there's Sushi. What's not to love? But, oops. I wanted to go back. No. I don't think I have anything else that's even related. No, I don't have anything else that's related. So, that's it. Until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.